What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Alain Ghiai, CEO and founder of SKUR Private Data. It's a pleasure to have you back on, Alain. How are you doing today?
Hi, Aaron. Pleasure to be back and wishing everybody a happy and healthy new year.
Yes, I'm excited to be talking about the company and all the new developments. So can you start by giving us an update on SKUR? Tell us everything you've been up to and plans for the New Year's.
So yeah, with SEKUR, we've had a busy year last year, and we've launched our email application, SEKUR Mail. The SEKUR Messenger is launched with some new features. We did a couple of enterprise features on that, and we had a good year. It was a very busy year, and in the market, of course, it was tumultuous. This year, we're looking forward to 2 or 3 new product launches, and of course, increase our sales. We have increased them last year. We've also announced a new budget for this year, so we're pretty excited to ramp up this year. I think it's going to be a lot more focused on B2B and business sector as well.
Great. So we'll have to chat about that later on in the interview. So to refresh our viewers' memories, can you tell us more about what SEKUR does?
Sure. So SEKUR is a platform. It's got an email, messenger, soon a VPN, and voice call. It's essentially a secure platform for secure and private communication. We have a solution called SEKUR Suite, which is like a private and secure version of a backup password manager and email. So it's a Dropbox, an email, and kind of like a LastPass combo. That's typically for businesses because it's $50 US a month per user. And then we have our Star product, which is SEKUR as a combo, which has an email and messenger, and then SEKUR Mail, SEKUR Messenger. The particularity is that we have proprietary technology that we use. We have our own infrastructure in Switzerland, so we don't use third-party infrastructure. And we're only hosted in Switzerland. We don't data mine you. We don't do any of that. And the email has something called SEKUR Send, which lets a user send an email to a non-secure user in full privacy. And then the recipient can reply back using SEKUR Send. And the messenger is really cool because we never ask for your phone number. You can also message someone that doesn't have SEKUR if you have their email or mobile phone to text them a link to chat with you. And there's a whole bunch of other things that I recommend people to go to sekur.com, SEKUR.com, and check out what we do. So we basically launched to the US market first. We have a partnership in Latin America with the largest telecom in the continent there. We sell SEKUR Messenger. Sales have been picking up now lately. And then in the US, we focused on consumers. And now we have the small, medium business. And then in the second half of the year, we plan to do more B2B partnerships.
That's quite a unique suite of services. So, can you tell us more about the budget set for this year and the cost cutting, creating higher sales as per your press release in December?
Yeah, so we announced in December that we're cutting our costs by half. So we ended the year with a little bit over 4 million Canadian dollars, and we had a budget for 3.2 million for 2023. As a matter of fact, we are reducing that even more because we just cut out one of the media projects we had in the US. So we're going to spend, let's say, $3.1 million. So we have plenty of cash for the year without having to raise money to perform our obligations for this year. And then we also plan to increase sales because the way it works is that we have recurring revenue. So the more users we have on board, the more on our monthly revenue increases or quarterly. And eventually you do increase your base because you're adding new users and you have the old ones. So by default, you can increase your sales between 30, 40, 50% all the way to 100% without having to really double up on your marketing. So what we said in that PR is that the marketing is going to be cut by half. This is where most of the cuts are. And we also do a different type of marketing where now we have partners that come, B2B resellers who don't require marketing. We don't get 100% of the money, but they get a revenue share, but there's zero cost to us in terms of marketing. So slowly the B2B will take over the direct to consumer or businesses. So this is the first year where this shift will slowly come, especially the second half of the year. We have one or two partners already lined up, maybe a third or fourth. And this is how we can maintain a lower budget. As a matter of fact, we plan to lower the budget every year until we're profitable, and we expect that to be in the near future. We certainly have the cash to withstand this year well into next year because we did cut the budget. I think a lot of companies are doing that, and we are lucky that we don't have to raise money. That's another thing many companies have to do. So yeah, that was the whole news about the cost cutting with increased budget.
Yeah, it sounds like a great plan. It's definitely, these still are challenging times. So are you seeing a slowdown in cybersecurity in general, in this recessionary environment?
Well, cybersecurity, I mean, if you watch CNBC or any of these other Bloomberg or what have you, you have these CEOs that come on board, and they always mention that cybersecurity is the one thing they're not going to cut because there's more and more issue. I just read some articles about 2023 phishing attack, cybersecurity attack. So cybersecurity is one of the few things that a business probably will not cut. Because if you lose your data, you can basically close your business. So that's a big thing. So we are benefiting from that. We don't see any slowdown in cybersecurity. And in the consumer aspect, yeah, there may be a little bit of slowdown in terms of price resistance, but that's why we're moving to the businesses. We're also launching our VPN because there's a lot of users that come to us and are looking for that. There's some products that somebody might be more prone to buy than others. So far, we are not seeing a slowdown. So I think it's going to be good. In the second half of the year, we expect a rebound in the US economy, and that will help us as well, especially with small businesses coming back on. So we hope we're not going to have a slowdown. We certainly don't predict that in our sales forecast.
That's great news about the market. So, can you tell us more about some of the existing products and any new product launches coming this year? I know you mentioned that you got some exciting things coming.
Yeah, so our email and our messenger are going to be fully upgraded to enterprise level. This means that the company will have users management tool, dashboards, and things like that that they typically need. Also mass onboarding, because if you have a client that has like 300 users and they want to onboard from their existing email and migrate to ours, that requires certain tool. We also are launching the same kind of situation with a messenger. We already have archiving with messenger, which is a huge thing for a financial institution. Last year in the US, there was a $2 billion US of fines because financial institution employees were using WhatsApp and things like that. That's illegal because it doesn't have the retention, doesn't have like the archiving, the privacy, the security, and so forth that financial institutions require. So we're going to be at that kind of grade level. And also we're launching our VPN in April, secure voice, which is encrypted voice by the end of June, hopefully, and then eventually potentially secure video, Secure Pro. We're also going to integrate a platform from Ingram Micro. We announced this with a partner called Partner Stack, I think it's called, in Toronto. And that will help us onboard all sorts of small IT companies that just want to resell the solution. You can even be an individual and refer us, and you get, let's say, your 10% referral fee. And all of that is going to be semi-automated once we integrate to our website. So you're an IT company or a web design company, and you have some clients that are looking for the type of product that we have. You can sign up through sekur.com in our partner portal, put everything there, and then all the provisioning is done by us. So that will increase the B2B because we can go and contact thousands of companies, mostly in the US for now, that are looking for something like that. The other day I was talking to a company, actually they contacted me And they said that people are looking at services that are not from big tech. I can't name them on the show because it's not a thing to do, but there's only 2 big email providers, and these people don't want any of those guys. So there's a business to make in the US, and we're going to pursue that.
Yes, it's going to be an exciting year with all those new products for you guys. So I know you spoke briefly about your cash situation. Anything else to say? You know, of course you have enough cash to execute for 2023. Any final comments on that?
Sure. I mean, legally speaking, we can't say a whole lot more than that, but definitely for 2023, we have plenty of cash with leftover into 2024. Our shares have suffered due to, I guess, a few liquidity events. I'm sure the market is full of those kind of events. Obviously, when you have, you know, the large caps down 70%, we're macro cap, so we're not immune to that, and we're in the tech business. So we're trading today at 1.2 times cash value. Definitely, it's a great value at this price. I myself have bought about 3 million shares since October in the open market. I have my SEDI filings, which in Canada everybody can see the insider filings. So it's if somebody's looking at a long-term cybersecurity, tech, privacy type company, I basically, you know, think that at this point it's really highly undervalued. We do have a report from FRC Research. If you go to our corporate site, securprivatedata.com, and they analyze the whole company, they expect profitability in 2025 for us. And I think they had a kind of like fair value of 83 cents. So we're trading at 5 cents Canadian today with 4 million in the bank. So we're looking at probably about 3.5 cents in cash and no debt, no convertible debt. So if you're looking at some of these early good deals in many companies, I would recommend people to look at Sekur. You should go to securprivatedata.com, and that's our corporate site. And definitely I'd recommend to take a close look at us.
Wonderful, Alain. So finally, you know, where should investors and prospective shareholders go for more information? Anywhere else?
So you go to securprivatedata.com for the corporate info, download the FRC report. There's a link, it says CEO interviews. Every week, we're on TV in the US. We have a Secure show. We have another one where I'm interviewed by somebody out of Nasdaq, you know, giving updates. So that's also good to look at. And also go to Twitter at Secure Private, follow us, and also sign up to our news or anything on our corporate site. If you're looking at the product, go to secure.com. I'd be happy to give a promo code here, 25% off. Use SEKUR25, SEKUR 25, and you get 25% off the whole year. Whether you're from Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, and a few other countries, you're able to buy the service in your local currency automatically. So you're not going to have these kind of US dollar credit card foreign exchange fees that are expensive eventually. I'd recommend your viewers to take a look, and you have a 7-day free trial. So use the promo code if you want the product.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for those updates, Alain. I know it's going to be a busy year. We'll definitely have you back on for more updates. Best of luck, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.